are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hey, everybody, it's Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and you are tuned in to your dose of positivity. Thank you all so much for supporting me and supporting this channel. On this channel, we talk about motivation, inspiration, positivity, all of those things. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We do lives Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and every single day we upload a Motivated Daily. So welcome to today's live show. Today we're going to be talking about living your best life. And that's going to be different for every single person. Hey, Jinx Journey, how are you doing? Welcome. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing amazing. How are you doing? I wanted to cover this topic because I believe that so many of us, we are just going through life, but never giving ourselves the opportunity to live our best life, live your best life. And we have friends with super channels. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Oh, you've been resting. I'm so sorry. I hope that it gets better for you, Jinx Journey. I really do. Sorry to hear that. Okay, today we're going to be talking about living your best life, and I'm going to be talking about 8 ways that we can live our best life. And the first one that I want to talk about is practicing mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is something that is very important for us to do, and it means that we are taking time, we are being intentional about certain moments in our life. We're being intentional about taking the time to deep breathe, to bring awareness to our mind, our body, and our spirit so that we can be our happiest, so that we can be our best. And it's very good for improving our memory and reducing depression and anxiety. So that's the first one, for us to work on practicing mindfulness, being intentional about how you breathe, how you relax, how you take care of yourself. Practice that mindfulness, and mindfulness also goes into your mental health, making sure that you're well up here. And if you need a break from whoever it is, relative, friends, spouse, significant other, the job, whatever, so that you can practice on making sure that you are okay. Practice that mindfulness. I'm glad this week is better for you. I really am. Everybody, if you could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Second up on the list of how we can live our best life is us having goals, making goals, and then not just making goals, but actually putting them into action. Put them into action. To live our best life, we have to not only have goals, because how many of us, me included, said at the beginning of the year, 2024 is going to be my best year ever. I'm going to do everything that I wanted to do. And then after a few weeks, after a few months, we start to not really be that excited about our goals. So when we're talking about living our best life, I mean setting goals that is good for you, that and also goals that are reasonable and attainable. That's something that my mentor has helped me to work on, not just making goals, just putting things out there, but making goals that is good for you, something that's going to improve your life, that's going to change your mindset, that is going to help you to be driven and excited to live in the moment, your personal life. So, these are just some gentle reminders that we should be living. You should be living. And many people out there are just going through life, just one day after the other, no day different from the other, but us actually putting in the thought to practice that mindfulness, as the first point brought up, and then having goals, but realistic goals. What is going to work for me, not what works for your mom, auntie, cousin, your friend, coworker, somebody who is your age group, because a lot of times we can look at another person who can be our same age, but they're not you. They don't have your circumstance. They don't have your abilities. They don't have your personality. They're not you. It's about us looking at ourselves and stripping that down in our mind. I am cognizant of what I'm capable of doing, and I'm going to allow myself to do my best. Do my best, and you do your personal best. I'm setting tiny goals tomorrow, which are achievable for sure. Yes, that's what's important. It's us making goals that are realistic. And how many of us, me included, I'm putting myself in this mix as well. We make goals, but we make these goals that, you're saying, I want $1 million, or I want something like, okay, say you want to be married, you want to have children, but you're not even in a relationship. I mean, a realistic goal, that even if that's your goal, maybe to get married, to have children, the first goal would be to find a healthy relationship. Notice I didn't just say have a relationship, because that's an easy thing to just say, let's go after a relationship. Anybody can get a relationship, but I'm talking about finding a healthy relationship for you, a healthy relationship where you're seen, you're heard, you're listened to. Communication is awesome. That's the kind of relationship that we want to be in. Yes. Oh, you've been bedbound. I'm so sorry, Jinx Journey. I hope you're on the elevation right now. Yes. Sometimes we do. We set those goals and we make those goals way too high, more than what we can achieve, more than what we can do. So, yeah, we're going to talk about those realistic expectations. What are some of the real expectations that you have for yourself? For me, on the day to day basis, when it comes to my mental health, making sure that I prioritize my mental health, giving myself time to relax before I start my day. I remind myself of my power and my worth. I encourage myself. I tell myself I'm proud of myself and that I'm doing my best, and don't ever do anything less than your best. But also, you cannot do things to a perfect degree, and you can't please everybody. Okay? Yes, tomorrow is going to be a good day. Yes, it is. Great reminder. Okay. So let's get into point number three, everybody. We're talking about living your best life. And the things that I say, this is just basically a guideline into thinking about living your best life. Another one, point number three, is practicing self care. To live our best life, don't we have to look our best? And I don't mean overdo it. Like I see many people who are influencers, you don't have to put on 17 masks, you don't have to take a 4-hour bath, you don't have to use the most expensive lotion. I mean, practicing your self care of making sure you're taking care of your skin, your hair, your teeth, your body. Make sure you're maintaining a healthy weight, you're getting some exercise. All of that is a part of your self care. And also drinking your water, eating the proper nutrition based on what your doctor has advised for you, because this is not health advice, but sometimes there is some advice that could be related to health. And I'm always going to advise you going by what your doctor has told you that is best for you. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to practice self care. Self care is so important because it not only makes you feel good, it when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, guess what? You're going to get out there, you're going to get excited, you're going to be motivated to do something for yourself. But a lot of times when we don't look good in the mirror, we don't feel good about ourselves. We start thinking about our problems and our issues, but we have to take care of our own self first, because other people are going to treat us based on the way we look. It's all over society, social media. People only like people who look good. Same thing for jobs or in relationships. Yeah, I'll just say that sometimes people can be pretty vain when you could be a great and awesome person, but people get so wrapped up in how other people look. Let's let us not do the same thing. While we want to look good, we don't want to overdo it and get into being vain or thinking so much of ourselves that we only think about how we look, because there's many more things involved in our self care besides just looking good, painting your nails, having your hair done, makeup, fashion. Also, in our self care, is making sure you are setting boundaries for yourself. That is a part of living your best life. You can't live your life to your best potential when you don't set those boundaries in place. It's about respect, respecting your mind, respecting your body, respecting your spirit. And when it tells you it's time to take a break, it's time to go to bed, or you're working too much, or this person is using me, it's all a part of discernment, self care. We also have to discern, okay? Okay, I believe this person is using me. Do not be a doormat to other people. Just because you may be kind and considerate of others, you also have to think about yourself. That's how we live our best life. Is yes, while we can assist others and support others, we do not give up our own well-being in order to do that. Never give up your well-being, your happiness, your joy to make others happy. And many of us do it. Shout out to all the moms and the dads and the aunties and the cousins, people who are raising children. You're busy, you have responsibilities, but it's important for you to understand that you have your own personal life. To all you moms and you dads and brothers and sisters and aunties and cousins, yes, you have to work, and yes, you have other things that you have to do, but don't neglect yourself. Don't neglect what you want to do with your life. Remember, each of us has a life to live, and every person's going to be different. Every person likes different things, but are you allowing yourself to do those things? That's a part of practicing self care and tapping into your self awareness. I am aware of myself. And I think it's important for us to take that quiet time and to focus in on ourselves. And yes, friends with super channels, self care is important. It's important to look good, but it's also important to feel good. How do you feel about yourself? Being very cognizant of your self worth. Are you letting how you look? Are you letting money? Are you letting relationships? Are you letting what other people think of you be the determining factor in what you think about yourself? Do you allow other people to tell you how you should think, how you should look, how you should feel about yourself? Yes, having a healthy amount of self esteem. I don't mean to be egotistical. No, I don't mean that. I don't mean to be selfish. I don't mean that either. Everything is in balance. Taking care of yourself, but also being balanced in knowing, yes, I have to work. Yes, I have family. Yes, I have responsibilities, but I love myself. That's what this topic is ultimately about. Never forget how much you love yourself and having enough courage to pour into yourself, pour into you. Make sure you're taking your time for your breaks, for your rest, for your vacation, for your self love. Make sure you're doing that. Set boundaries because self care is so important. Yes, friends with super channels, live your best life. And everybody is going to look different. For some people, living your best life is being able to relax and put your feet up. And other people, it's traveling and being outside. For other people, it's being around people that you love. So, whatever it means for you, do that. Have enough courage to live your life out loud. And talking about practicing self-care for me, practicing self-care is giving myself the push and the nudge to use my talents and to use my gifts, and we're going to be talking about that in a little bit more. Ching says, I agree, time for self-care. Oh, you did your toenail polishing? Awesome. Yes, live your best life. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. You can't pour from an empty cup, they say. Yes. Hi, Miss Tracy. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. If you could hit the like, definitely appreciate it. So let's get into point number 3. Um, take responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. That's very important when we talk about living your best life. Yeah, you may have responsibilities. You may have kids to take care of. You may have bills. You may have all of these things that you need to do. But are you allowing yourself to take responsibility for what we are allowing other people to do? Are you allowing people to take up your time? Are you allowing people to get in your head and tell you that you can't do certain things? Or do you actually not want to do it? So many times in talking about living our best life, living your best life, is we listen to people too much when we need to listen to that voice that is inside of us. What's been downloaded on inside of you? Do you have enough courage to live that? I know my gifts, I know my talents, I know what I can do, and I'm going to have enough courage to push through the fear, push through the doubt, push through the anxiety, push through what other people are saying about me, who doesn't like me, or monetary. I know for many people right now, financially, it's hard, it's tough to make ends meet, to cover your bills and your expenses. I know that. But it costs nothing. It costs $0 to go for a walk. It costs $0 to do certain things. So don't put excuses out there and say I can't because it costs this or it costs that. It's free to go for a walk. It's free to sit in quiet and to meditate on yourself. It's free to remind yourself, I love you. And because I love you, I think we're going to take a day off of work in a few weeks. Plan and go have some fun. Get out and do things that pour into yourself and make you feel good about you. And for me, that's exercise. For me, my 3 of my most favorite things in the world are exercise, um, eating healthy food. I love fruits and vegetables, and just having a vacation, having time to just be out and experience new things. So whatever that means for you, exercise. And for me, when I look at myself in the mirror and I'm looking good, I feel good because I know I worked hard to get that. It's not a vain thing. It means you putting in the work. I'm like, you're putting in the work, girl. I'm proud the same thing for you. Take care of yourself so when you look at yourself in the mirror, you can be proud. You can have a good and healthy self esteem. Okay? Have a good self esteem for you. For you, and you. Yes, other people may benefit. The person you're in a relationship benefits, of course, when you're looking good, but it's not for them. That's for you. You got to look at yourself and take care of yourself. And yes, I'm going to say something. I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. I know we love those sweets and those fried foods, but what about just once a day making one meal just fruits and vegetables, if that's possible? We have to do something that, we are what we eat. And when we eat healthy foods, we feel good. Make sure you're getting the proper nutrition, you're drinking your water. And even if all you can do is go for a walk for 2 blocks and you come back and then you increase it and a little bit, maybe you can jog, maybe you could run, whatever. Maybe it's just stretching and deep breathing, but you gotta pour something into yourself. You got to prove it to yourself. It's not for anybody but me. It's not for anybody but you. Hey, Vondi, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Happy hump day. Yes, love some exercise. Me too. Got to take care of yourself because for me, when I get that exercise, it gets my mind pumping and I start thinking about things. I get so much creative flow and artistry when I go for my exercise, especially running. That's when I get my best ideas and my best poetry and content from a good jog. Yes, you love taking care of yourself now. That's awesome. I love to hear that. Yes, healthy foods, and I love fruit. Awesome. That's what I love to hear. This channel is about motivating you all to be your best, to live in your best. Yes, happy hump day. Happy hump day. Okay, everybody, let's get into point number 1, 2, 3. We're in uh we're in point five. Point five, live your best life. Hey, Miss Tamika, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Happy hump day. Everybody, if you could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Point number 5, prioritize your mental health. Prioritize your mental health. Now, we know that this day to day can be very, you have a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of problems, there's a lot of people adding to our stress levels, but we have to be the one to take control of your life or be controlled. Isn't that the saying? You have to put yourself in the driver's seat of your life and say, this is what I'm going to do, or people will not stop. People will not stop as long as you're giving them what they want. People will use you as long as you let them use you. But you're the one that has to put a stop to it. Okay? And you have to think about yourself. Yes, you help. Yes, you support. Yes, you encourage, you motivate, you do all of those things, but don't sacrifice the love for yourself. Don't sacrifice your own personal time, your me time. That's non-negotiable. It's not, it should, you should never be able to do all of those things for other people and never have the time for yourself. For me, I just think that that's ridiculous. We have to prioritize ourselves. There's nobody who's going to say, hey, good, you should have a seat, especially around toxic people. They'll never tell you to have a seat. There always will be wanting you to do more. Either your kids, if you're in a healthy, a toxic romantic relationship, you have toxic friends, they will always be asking you to do more, 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 more. For them, they will never satisfy. And that's why you have to speak up and have a voice for yourself and speak up and say, it's time for me to prioritize my health. And in this point of prioritizing your health, make sure you're getting your doctor's visits. I know, we don't like going to the doctors. My one that I hate, the absolute worst, I hate going to the dentist. I have that anxiety, like the sound of the drill is like my triggers me just thinking about the sound of the drill. But that's something that I have to do for myself. Getting your checkups, going to your dentist, going to get your physical, get your labs. Hi, Jedi Master. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Whew, hold on a second, guys. It is about 1,000,000 degrees under the sun. Give me a second. Whew. It is 1,000,000 degrees under the sun. Yes, thumbs up the live. I had to cool off for a second. Okay. So, when we're talking about prioritizing your health, is allowing yourself to take care of yourself, going to your doctor's visits. I know it's not fun, but then at least you know how you're doing. We can't just say, oh, I don't like to go, and then you don't go. No, because we love ourselves. When you love yourself, you make certain sacrifices for yourself. Make a sacrifice to take care of you so that you can be your best. Yeah, you being your best. That's what's important, you know? Thank you, friends with super channels. You guys are always welcome to drop as many emojis as you want to. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. And I do believe that that's so important for us to put in the work to prioritize our health, getting your exercise, going to the doctor, eating healthy food, getting exercise, relaxation, stretching, all whatever it is that has been recommended from your doctor, but also for prioritizing your health is not allowing life to stress you out so much. Sometimes you got to shut out all of that outside noise, the outside influence, that all that negativity. And we all have people in our lives that are very negative, very vindictive, some very evil, that will try to stop you from feeling good about yourself. And anytime you try to do something nice for yourself, whenever you try to do something nice for yourself, they will try to take you down. They don't want you to have the attention. They don't want you to feel good about yourself. They don't want you to do anything nice for yourself. They only want you to do something nice for them. Hey, James, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Jedi Master. I appreciate it. Yes, please thumbs up the live. I really appreciate that. So, everybody, let's get into the next point, living your best life. Remember, we're talking about you. I want you to be thinking during this discussion, what do I personally need? How can I benefit? What is it that I need to do? I want you to be thinking about that while we're having this discussion, okay? So we just talked about prioritizing your health. Now we have to talk about being intentional. Being intentional is so important, right? Be intentional about what you want to do with your life. Be intentional. It means taking the time to make sure you're having your water, making sure you're having the time for your mental health and your vacation. Make sure you're taking and building a financial portfolio. So if and when you're ready for retirement, that's about what we need to do when we care about ourselves and we love ourselves. We are being intentional. Being intentional means planning for whatever it is that you need. And for me, that's organization. That's part of my being intentional. Organization is key. Organized, clean environment, because that helps me to be able to think properly and to feel good about myself. Because when my space is neat, clean, and organized, I feel good. And then I can think better. I can focus and I know what I need to do. But when I see clutter and mess, there's nothing that I want to do. I don't want to do anything. It makes me feel like very sluggish and not wanting to do anything with my life. So that's just a little bit of encouragement. I know that most of us are busy. We're tired. You work, you come home. All you want to do is sleep. But just try your best to relax sometimes. Keep your environment clean. and do something nice for yourself. See, we're talking about being intentional about ourselves. And if you don't have people in your life to be able to pour that into you, you have to pour into yourself. So go out and do that for yourself. Thank you so much, James. I'm doing good and I'm doing great as well. Thank you for asking. Hi, Miss Karen. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. So, we're going to get into that part of being intentional. So, what things in your life are you intentional about? What things? What things? What things? Are you intentional about your mental health? Are you intentional about your exercise? Are you intentional about who is pulling and taking from you? I think this is a point where I want to stop on. Being intentional about the people that you have in your life. Are they good for you? Because we can have people in our life, right, that we love so much. I know I have a lot of people in my life that I love, but are they people who are good for you? That's a part of being intentional. You can love a lot of people, but some people you have to love them from a distance because they're toxic. They will never change. They're immature. And it's not that you're trying to be mean, but you're being honest. Not everybody that we care about and we love is good for us. So for me to feel my best and live my best, I have to keep certain people at a distance because they don't love me the way I need to receive love. And it doesn't matter how much times you tell them, this is what I need. They're not in that space. They haven't grown up. They haven't matured. They only care about themselves. So the ones that care about you will freely encourage you. When's the last time? How much water did you have today? That's a good friend. Okay. How much water did you have? When's the last time you did your checkup? When's the last time you did this? When did you go to the gym last? When did you get your exercise? When is your next day off? How much hours are you sleeping? Those are people who are pouring into you. And also the people who say, what are you doing with your business? How is that going? Can I support you and help you? Those are the type of people that we need in our life that, yes, support should go both ways, right? You support and they support as well. But also, you need people who are going to encourage you to say, go on that vacation, go and start your business, go and do anything that you want. You can achieve it, and they'll be there applauding from the sidelines. Those are the people that you need in your life. They will encourage you to live your best life. But if you keep people in your life that never do anything, they just want to stay at home, they just want to complain, they don't plan, they're not trying to do anything great. Be careful about those individuals, okay? Be careful. I'm just warning you. Your videos are really helping me find myself, even if I am going to AA meetings. Things are getting better for me in time. Awesome. I'm so happy for you, Jedi Master. That's a very big encouragement for me because sometimes when I put out my topics, I feel, I think, I wonder, is this really having a reach? Is this having an impact? Is anybody hearing me or listening to me? Because sometimes in the comments, they just say thank you. But when I hear how it impacts lives, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm on course with doing what I want, what I need to do. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of you. Keep on going, Jedi Master. You're on the way. You're on the way to living your best life. Okay. Now we're going to get into next point is taking responsibility. When we live our best life, we have to take responsibility for what we're not doing, right? What aren't you doing? And I know for me, I at one period of time, I was in such a sadness, in so much hurt, and I was blaming other people for my life. I was blaming other people for what I wasn't doing. I was just making excuses. I was avidly procrastinating, but yet at the same time blaming that on other people. How your life is dependent on you. Even if you have negative people in your life, nobody can stop you from your joy. Nobody can stop you from your peace of mind, for living out loud, for going after your dreams. But you got to believe in yourself. It starts with confidence, self-respect, self-love, self-awareness. Okay? We want to grow. We want to elevate as human beings. And you can elevate. You can do better. You can do better. No matter what other people say about you, no matter what other people think about you. Doesn't matter. Hey, Nate, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Happy Wednesday, hump day. I hope all is well with you. It's so important for us to think about ourselves and take responsibility for our own action. And one thing that I had to learn about myself is my whether I had joy, peace, and love and friendship, it was up to me. For many years, I blamed relationships, I blamed certain people because I didn't have things. But the question is always, but what am I doing? Hold your own self accountable. If you don't have joy, if you don't have peace, why not? What am I doing in order to make it? It's nobody else's job or responsibility to love you, to be your friend, to take care of your health and to look good and have a proper, amount of self-love. That's our job. That's your job. You have to learn how to love yourself. You have to learn to look at yourself in the mirror and to say, I am somebody. I'm capable. Yeah, I'm very capable. I'm worthy. I'm here for a reason and a purpose. And once you find out what your reason and your purpose is, you're unstoppable. Your joy never stops. But many times because of issues and people, we hide all of those things, like layers of an onion. And we never want to peel them back because of the pain and the hurt that was involved in it. But one thing that I've learned about this life in my few years of living, I've learned that my joy is up to me. Your joy is up to you. So, what are you going to do if you don't possess that? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves from time to time. Am I living my life with joy? And if not, why not? And don't blame it on anybody else. Why am I not living my life with joy the way that I deserve? It's up to us to live our life to the fullest extent possible. So you should be smiling, happy. Peace should be overflowing inside of yourself. Your creative juices should be flowing. You should be using your talents and your gifts and surrounding yourself by people who help you to continue to elevate, to feel good, all of those things. Yes. Awesome. Yes, Jedi Master. Check out other creators. So that's very important for us to take responsibility for our own action. That's nobody else's job but ours. Nobody else's job but ours to love ourselves. And we got to take responsibility for what we do and also what we don't. And I know that that's hard. And it's not something that's an overnight thing. I don't mean that you think, oh, I need to do better. And then just like that, you're going to miraculously be better. No, but little by little, you work on one thing a day. Work on improving your self esteem. And some of the things that I do to help me to work on my self esteem every morning I wake up, I affirm my love for myself. And I said, Marlene, today we're going to do our best. Today we're going to do what we can control, and we're not going to worry about the things that we can't. We're going to just do our best. We're going to live our life with peace, even if we are surrounded by people who don't have peace. You give yours. And then when you find that there's no peace there, have enough courage to walk away. You don't have to convince other people of who you are, of what you can do, of how much worth you have and value. We had to stop doing that. I had to stop doing that many years ago. I don't have to convince you to like me. I don't have to convince you to love me. I don't have to convince you to support me. I'm a bright beam of light. I have worth and I have value. I value myself. I value my friendship. I value my time. I respect myself. I respect my mind, my body, and my spirit. So anybody who is in my life, you have to work hard to stay there. It's not one of those things that you come into somebody's life and then you can just coast. I don't coast. No, no relationships. You shouldn't be coasting. You should always be working on learning to love one another. And I had to have enough courage to cut certain people off. And it is so hard to cut off people that you care about. But the people who aren't pouring into you, the people who are being disrespectful to you, the people who are challenging you, are holding you back from, you feel like you can't do certain things in your life because you're so bogged down in supporting them and helping them, and they never give anything positive to you. They never say, how can I help you? How can I support you? How can I be there for you? You don't get that. So those are the people that you got to love from a distance. I love you, but I can't make you love yourself. That's not my job. It's not your job to love another person. It's not your job to um, be the supporter of their self esteem. They have to first have the confidence in themselves. They have to want to make better decisions. They are the ones that have to do those things. So, yeah, all of those things. So, for us to continue to live our best life, these are some of the things that I want for us to think about doing. You know, number one, using your gifts. What gifts do you possess? Are you an artist, a painter, a singer, a poet? Do you have the gift of gab? Do you have leadership qualities? What is it that you are good at? Whatever that is, a great listener, a great supporter, are you good with a special talent? Then use your gifts. And even if other people think that oh, that's ridiculous, or they'll say that's not a gift, never let somebody tell you what you have and what you do is not a gift. As long as you know it, that's all that matters. Live life on your terms. That's something that I'm doing more and more recently. Live life on your terms. Don't let anybody else determine what should bring you peace. Or other people say, that's stupid or that's dumb. I don't like that. It's not for them to like, it's for you to like. And it's for you to have enough courage to live your life out loud with the gifts that you have. And I want to say this because I feel that somebody could really benefit from this thought today. When we go through things in our life, hard things, traumatic things, sad things, breakup of relationships, all relationships, romantic, friendship, platonic, business deals that went sour, whatever the case may be, have enough courage to get up again and to try. Don't just lay down. Don't just say that didn't work out. It will never work for me. Remember what you say out of your mouth, what you talk about, the conversation that you have with yourself. That's why I always say over here on Marlene Motivates, your positive self talk means everything. What are the words that you're telling yourself? Are you telling yourself every day, I can do it? It's possible for me. I believe in myself. I'm going to push on through. hmm Push on through. Keep on pushing, even when it seems like you're not even moving. You are. Hey, Alonso, how are you doing? Welcome. How are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. But it's allowing yourself to tap into, tap into, tap into your gifts, tap into your potential and use them. Use those gifts. There's somebody looking at you right now. There's somebody looking and you don't even know it. There's somebody looking at you right now wishing that they had your gifts, wishing that they had your looks, wishing that they had your insight, wishing that they had your capabilities, wishing that they could talk the way you talk or look the way you look or have the life that you have. Learn to enjoy what you have. And I'm saying this to all you mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles, grandparents. Let go and forgive. because that came up in my spirit. There's somebody that needs to do some forgiving, whoever it is. Forgiving your mama, your auntie, your dad, your cousin, your friend, your ex, whoever hurt you, even a job. Somebody did something, somebody did you wrong, somebody did you dirty. Have enough courage to say, I forgive you, not because you did right by me, but because I forgive you so that I can be my best, so that I can stop thinking about it, so that I can get focused on what is ahead for me. And when you don't forgive other people, you give them your power. Because all your mind is thinking about, they did this and you're upset, you're angry, you're complaining, rah, rah, oh, they did, and I can't believe they did this to me. No. We're more insightful, we're growing and we're elevating. We're in the mode to receive personal growth. And when you want personal growth, that's not optional. All we are ever going to do is elevate. All I am ever going to do is elevate and grow and do better and be better. And I know that it's hard to be the good person. I know it's hard to be the responsible one and the accountable one, but we don't forgive other people because what they did was right. We forgive them so that we can be free from it, so that we can be in the positive mind space. Forgiveness is for you. Hi, Fatima. How are you doing? Welcome. Forgiveness is for you. It's not for them. I wish I knew that years ago. Forgive your ex. Forgive your mama, daddy, auntie, cousin, business person, whoever hurt you. Forgive them and forgive them today so that you can elevate. You can't elevate holding all of this on your back, in your heart, having anger and resentment. You can't. Your mind can never be free. You can't. Your mind can't be free until you forgive and let go. It can't be. Wow, this is perfect timing. I needed this. And thanks for the welcome. No problem, Alonzo. Thank you so much for being here. Very much appreciated. Yes, friends with super channels. We have to push on through. Now I'm here to tell you that I know sometimes you wake up, you got an attitude, you're worried how you're going to pay a bill, someone's getting on your nerves, people are angry and jealous and negative. It's hard to be motivated. It's hard to keep yourself encouraged, but we are the ones that have to frame our mind. We are the ones that have to be in control and in charge of how we talk about ourselves. Do you allow yourself to say, I can do it? Even if this person doesn't support me, even if this one doesn't like me, even if this one is talking out the side of their mouth, I believe in myself. Even if other people don't. And I always say, and then when I'm winning, now you're gonna see, you know, now you will see. Don't tell people what you're trying to do. Walk in silence. That's so vital to living your best life. Don't tell people what you're about to do. You're giving them the blueprint of how they can mess it up and try to throw a monkey wrench in your plans. Don't do it. Walk in silence. Do you. As long as you know what you're going to do, keep moving forward, keep pushing through, and then show them. Don't tell them. Show them afterwards. This is what I did. Oh, you did that? Yeah, I did. I did that. And say that with confidence. Say it with your chest. I did that. And I'm proud of myself. Don't be ashamed to be proud of yourself. The times where you wanted to box somebody in their mouth and you did it, the time when you wanted to say something and you bit your tongue, that shows your maturity. That shows your elevation. Yes, it does. It shows how much you're growing up. Yes, it really does show. Okay. Now let's get to, we got one more point. Thank you so much, friends with Super Channels. I appreciate it. The last point that we're going to talk about in living your best life is believing in yourself. Now, I feel like this is one of the most important points of all the points that we talked about in living your best life. It's believing in yourself, not when it's easy, it's especially when it's hard. When you feel sad, when you're dealing with life and disappointments and loss and pain and discouragement and things didn't work out the way you wanted it to go, when you expected certain things from your life and it is just not going that way. It's hard. I know it's hard. And I know that people are miserable and angry and evil and wicked and conniving and backstabbing. I know all of those things. But don't let anybody stop you from being your best. And my best is not going to be your best. My best is not going to be your best. Everybody's best is going to be different. Everybody has different challenges. Everybody has different challenges. There's not one person that doesn't need encouragement. Every single one of us needs encouragement. So make sure you have people in your life that you can lean on, that you can talk to, that will understand you, that will pour into you when you feel like you're at zero or you're in the negative space. And they pour into you. Somebody you can talk to, somebody that is a safe zone. People who are your accountability partners and your mentors and life coaches, people who are your spiritual support, that when you feel low and you feel negative, they'll take your hand and they'll pray for you. The ones that will lift you up and they'll remind you of who you are. They'll remind you of what you're worth. They will tell you about your struggle and they'll say, hey, you're still here. Whoever needs to hear that, you're still here. You're still here. You have a reason for existing. That's what other people just don't know and understand. Thank you so much, friends with super channels. We all have a reason. You have a reason and a purpose. And a purpose. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody challenge you. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't be something amazing. I want you to, whoever is doubting themselves, I want you to stop doubting. I want you to stop talking about yourself. I want you to remove can't from your thought process. Tell yourself, I can, I am, and prove it. And when you do it, I want you to do one of these. I want you to do one of these. I'm so proud of you. I want you to hug yourself. Don't wait on somebody to hug you. Hug yourself. Pour that love into you. And I want you to say it out loud. I'm so proud of myself. Whoever needs to hear that, I want you to say that right now. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of what I accomplished. I'm so proud of myself that I elevated and lifted myself up when I didn't feel like it today, when I felt like I couldn't, but I did it anyways. And you did it anyways. Hey, Miss Lynn, how are you doing? Welcome. Yes, you have to be grateful and thankful when you have people like that in your life. So whoever needed to hear this message today, I hope that there was something in here that nourished you, that supported you, that made you feel good about yourself. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep on going. Believe in yourself. Be encouraged. Live your best life. I don't mean your mom, your dad. I don't mean living your life on other people's terms. I mean living your life on your terms, with your gifts. Celebrate yourself. Encourage yourself. Affirm the love for yourself. Tell yourself that I can do something. And when you do it, clap for yourself. Don't wait for other people to clap for you. Don't wait for other people to pat you on the back and tell you that you're doing good. Do that for yourself. Give yourself the permission to go ahead, to move forward, even if other people doubt you and tell you you can't, that can't work out, that won't work out. Don't even say anything. Keep that to yourself. Keep that inside and prove it. Prove it not only to them, prove it to yourself that whatever has been downloaded on inside of me, whatever gift I have, whatever I possess, I can do it. And I want anybody who needs to hear that, anybody who feels discouraged today, anybody who feels like giving up, anybody who is facing trials, anybody who they don't have the support, look for support. There's not just in-person support, there's online supports, there's support groups for everything. There's support groups for moms and dads and sisters, there's support groups for loss and for those who had vices. There's a support group for everything and anything you have ever been through, and it's free. It costs nothing. So if you can't find that support within your relative, search for it on the outside. Stop waiting for people around you to change. You'll be waiting your whole life, and guess what? They still won't do it anyways. I'm not trying to sound negative. I'm being realistic. We want people to change, but we can't make people grow up. They have to want to do that. Okay? But I want you all to say out of your mouth before I leave this topic today, I give myself the permission. I give myself the permission to live my best life. I want you to say that to yourself. And then I want you to go about putting that in action. I will eat healthy food. I will take care of myself. I will drink water. I will get rid of people who are toxic and hazardous to my life. I will stop anybody who disrupts my peace. I will keep my peace from within. I will get up even when I don't feel like it. I will keep on going. I will encourage myself. I will celebrate myself, and I will live my best life. I give you the permission, motivators. I give you the permission to go out there and live your best life. Do it. Be it. Thrive. Excel. Not because Marlene said it, not because Marlene motivates, but because Marlene is going out there and living her best life. I want you to do the same. It can happen. You can do it. You can do it. You can be it. Keep on thriving. Keep on achieving and do your best. Yes, I'm proud of you too. Hi to say family. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate it. Yes. Thank you all so much. I appreciate every single one of you. And I want whatever it is that is holding you back, whatever it is, whoever put you down, whoever told you that you're nothing or you're nobody, remove that, delete it, hit the backspace, and give yourself a new narrative. I can do anything that I want. I can do anything because I'm here for a reason. I have a purpose. And then I want you to go out there and live. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Laugh. Surround yourself by positive people and live your best life. Yours. Not mine, not what Marlene wants, but what you want. Have enough courage to go out there and live your best life. I'm Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and you've tuned into your, I almost said motivated daily, your dose of positivity. I really appreciate every single one for tuning in. Keep going. Don't give up. Be encouraged. Be inspired. And you know what I always say? And be yourself. Use your gifts and love you. I will see you guys back on Friday for the Relationship Friday, where we're going to cover a relationship topic. I believe in you guys. Believe in yourself. Go out there. Go, go, go. Go and win. Go and succeed. I give you permission, and I want you to say that to yourself too. I give myself permission to win, to thrive, to have peace, and to experience joy. I can. I can. I will. I am. I thrive. I elevate. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you?